That was the craziest thing you've ever done. Whoa. That was very intimate. The fact that you gave that away for free, you're welcome, you guys. Oh my God. Is it warm?
Oh, hello, girls.
Are you already filming?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
I was getting the entrance, even though we're really not lit at this angle.
Hold on.
We both just worked out. He ran on the treadmill while I did a weighted workout. We both made our protein smoothies.
You guys thought you were gonna get a body reveal, didn't you? I'm sorry. Listen, when we're just swimming as a family, I don't wear a shirt. But like a sip body reveal might be a little too much for me, but maybe soon.
You think that's fine? I feel like you can't see us at all.
Am I gonna explain my two smoothies or?
Well, yeah.
Okay, you're making me dizzy. Oh, this way. Right here. Well, can it just float? Do we have a raft?
Like this?
Yeah.
Oh, with the hideous pool fence in the background.
Hey, it's safe.
With the safe pool fence in
So,
the background.
when I make my protein smoothie, sometimes I make a little too much, then I have a little overflow. It's honestly fun. It's my favorite part. Because then I'm like, you know when you finish your drink and you're sad? When I finish my drink, I'm like, oh, I got another one. A bee! There's a bee. We're okay. Ah! Okay. Ah! Bee, listen, we need you for the environment, but no, not for the sip. Not for the sip. It's not called the buzz.
My smoothie is some mixed berries, some chocolate protein powder, a banana. Motorcycles and the plane wanted to go.
You always miss my jokes.
I couldn't hear it over everything that's going on
It's
outside.
the sip, not the buzz. Baby! Anyways,
You still can't see us.
yes you can. It's fine. Okay. Ah!
Oh my God.
Ooh! Oh!
Okay, well, this is as good of lighting as you're gonna get.
Girl, my smoothie's almost gone. I've been waiting for so long.
Oh my gosh. Delish. We aren't gonna give yours. I saw on the Patreon a few people were asking for your smoothie recipe because it does look delicious, and you do always do a dollop of whipped cream and a caramel drizzle. So it looks like a caramel frappuccino from Starbucks.
Yeah,
How does it
tastes
taste?
Incredible. Taste it.
I probably can't.
Taste it.
There's probably so much. I already know what it's going to taste like.
it.
Just overwhelmingly.
Shut up. Taste it. Period. Right? Hi, Starbucks. How
Oh my
are ya?
If there was somewhere to spit that, I know that's triggering for people, I would have.
It's triggering.
Oh my God.
You are so dramatic. It's so good.
Oh my God. It's straight fake sugar. That's all you can taste
And
in a way
what?
that stings.
So let me give you guys my protein shake recipe.
And now that I've had it, you don't want it. Just, well, they can have it without all the 20, 30 packs of Splenda.
It's equal. It's different. Definitely more dangerous. Yes, my protein smoothie is an acquired taste, and I love it.
You have ruined
Anyways,
my palate now.
If
from
you
my
guys
smoothie.
want my protein shake recipe, leave a comment below, thumbs it up, let me know. Show him that you guys are on my side.
Now just give it to them. What? You're gonna
No.
hold it? You're gonna withhold the information now?
Yes, because listen, I'm not going to give away my secrets for people who don't want it. I need to know.
They want it. I already told you. There's people requesting on the Patreon.
Really? Then why are you hating on it?
You post one. Well, I'm saying they can leave out the excess. What do you call it?
Anyways, guys, it's Sunday, and we found out Lizzie has the plague, so she's not here right now. Are you going to invite her? What's going on? What is this?
I have no idea. I honestly have no idea. We're gonna plug and play this wherever we can.
He was stressing out, and he was just like, I don't know what to do, and Lizzie's sick, and then I don't want to, us to get sick, and then the boys will get sick, and then I don't want to cancel the sip, and I don't know what to do. And I was like, grab the camera, let's get in the pool, and let's have the float.
Not the buzz, not the sip, the flow.
Let's have the sink, baby.
Actually, Lizzie and I have been thinking of doing a pool episode for so long. And
I have been... No, we're not doing that. I have been pitching for years. You should do a pool episode of The Sip. And every time I say it, he goes, no. Anyways, moves on. Anyways. And now.
Because the problem with me is if I'm not in a setting that is podcast,
Listen, just a warning to my girls and boys out there who might want to try my protein recipe, recipe coming soon in the next one. Just know that it will cause gas.
It comes out both directions in a horrifying way. And then I'm like, Shane, I have to do that.
We were, in the morning. So let me give you guys my morning routine. So
please do.
I do something called perching, which I feel like I've talked about this here before. The perch. It comes before the sip. Anyways, so...
No, it comes after the sip. You sip your coffee.
Right. So I get up, I check my phone, I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? I do that, and then I'll like respond to like one thing in the family chat, and then Ryland will send me eyes, and he'll be like, you're awake? Why didn't you say good morning? And I'm like, oh my God. So there's drama.
You do the same thing to me if you wake up and I'm walking the dogs and I'm nowhere to be found when he's going to retrieve his coffee. He gives me the eyes and I'm like, I'm walking 3 dogs. How can I reply to you? We both give each other the eyes because we want to be with each other, but then whoever's occupied is annoyed that they're getting the eyes because obviously whoever's receiving the eyes is currently busy.
The eyes.
I don't think you guys can see us.
Anyways, but they can hear us. That's all that matters. So, oh God, how do you make that annoying?
That's always annoying. That's universally annoying.
Okay, so I order my coffee. I know it's going to be here in 15 minutes, which means from now to that 15 minutes where I have to go get the Postmate, I have my water. What?
You keep covering my face with your hands.
I have my water. So I have my water. Get that going through my system. Ding, ding, Postmates here. Grab my coffee, make my fixings. If you want a recipe, leave a thumbs up down below.
Just give them the stupid recipe.
For my coffee? My coffee's different than my protein shake. My coffee's a whole nother experience. Some of the same ingredients apply, but
it all
really
tastes
is different.
The same when you put 30 packs of Splenda.
Equal.
Oh my God.
Anyways. So then I have my coffee, I go up to my office, I perch on my little couch, I get in the corner, I put my leg up, and I do a sitting position that will help move things along. Let me know down in the comments, what's your perch position?
Mine's getting on the walking treadmill. That's what gets mine moving. If I'm sitting, it's not as effective.
That one does get me moving, but it gets me moving to a point where there's going to be an accident and you're not supposed to get your walking pad wet. So I stopped doing that. So I'll be sitting and I'll perch and then I'll give him eye emojis. He comes in and then, he sits down next to me. We watch a YouTube video. And what happened is we were watching a YouTube video today. And during my perch, sometimes...
Not sometimes, every time. Multiple times.
Listen,
the whole time.
When a car is revving up, it does it gets the engine moving. Like things happen, little smoke pops out. Mm-hmm. So with my body, when the engine's moving, the bark. When the engine's moving, there's little poots, right? Mm-hmm. And usually I'll look at him and I'll go, sorry. And
it's normally me going, girl.
And then me going, sorry.
I'm like, can't you walk out of the room for that?
No, that's insane. Who would do that? Listen, I tried that once because I wanted to appease him. And I walked out of the room, went to like the 3rd stair down, let myself out, relieved myself. Mm-hmm. And then I walked back in the room and he goes, oh, it came back in with you. And I'm like, I can't win.
It was almost worse, but it's like, I don't know if it's the equal. They're so potent to a way that like I have to cover up.
Anyways, so I let out a poot and I didn't even know. He goes, girl. And I said, what? And he goes, you just farted. And I said, no, I didn't. And then he said, yeah, you did. And I was like, did I just do that without even thinking? Like, it's gotten to a point where it just came out of me just like clockwork. So that's my story.
So it's best if I'm on my dog walk while he is perching, and then I can join up with him after his dog walk and eat my lunch while he's like revving
bold
up for
move,
the day.
by the way, to come into my office after my morning of the engine moving, and he brings in a big old salad, and I'm like, are you okay? Like, even I am like scared of his room right now. Even I'm like, whew, like unable to breathe, and you're walking in with food, but that's cool for you. Anyways. So yeah, that was our morning routine. Today's been an interesting day. You need to talk. This is your podcast.
What do you mean today's been an interesting day?
Well, it's just been a lot of you pouting.
Sometimes
the pout.
I get No, I think I get the Sunday blues sometimes, and if it's
So annoying for somebody who doesn't have a normal job. Like, I have the Sunday scaries. Why?
I always
Why?
have my longest, busiest work week day on Mondays. Are you kidding me? But that's not necessarily why. It's normally because that's the day that I don't necessarily have
Why don't you change
work.
it then?
So I get a
Why
little...
don't you do your podcast on a different day? So it's not like a Monday scary.
Monday's not the problem. I'm not afraid of Monday. I think it's if I don't jumpstart my Sunday in a productive way, then I just feel crazy if I'm like not accomplishing anything. So I worked out and now I'm feeling better. I'm in a better mood.
And then I was like, oh, because he goes, I'm just going to go work out. I just need to do something.
Well,
I said, okay.
because then Lizzie was like, yeah, Billy's sick, which like you can't avoid your baby getting sick. But then it's like, I'm not going to put my babies at risk of getting sick. So then it's like, now we have the sip, the after sip.
And the sick. And I said, well, is it okay if I run on the treadmill next to you? And you said, whatever. And I was like, well, wouldn't it be cute if we could work out together? Like, that would be nice on a Sunday. And I went in there and I could just feel him being like annoyed by me. And I'm like, I'm just trying to get my steps in.
Girl, I was annoyed of myself. I just had to get out of my own way, mama.
Well, how are you now?
Fine.
Good. Okay, so here's what I think we need to do. And I think we need to start prioritizing. I started thinking about this today because I was like, why are we so depressed right now? I mean, I'm fine.
Oh, I'm
But
not depressed.
I think it's because we went on a little trip. Which, have we talked about that?
Oh, no. It will be in the next vlog.
The trip.
The trip.
Coming on the next, the sip. And we went on a little trip, and it was literally 24 hours. It was the first time we had ever been away from the babies overnight, which was like pretty
Crazy.
horrifying. But we also, like, my mom stayed, and we trust her, so that was fine. But it was pretty crazy being, like, we checked the monitors all night. Like, I would wake up in the middle of the night and just look and check. But it did, like, rejuvenate us in a way. Like, it kind of gave us our spark. And then we got right back home. And obviously, we love being with the babies, but we're kind of back in, like, daddy mode.
And it
we're
was
like,
jumped
oh.
right into work, too. It was a podcast day the day we got back. And then it was just like 100 miles an hour. And then Sunday...
And, like, when we were perching in the hotel room and, like, my little poots would come out, it was, like, cute and funny. Because I'm pooting in a new location.
And at least I could open the door and watch the ocean.
The ocean.
Oh, I love the ocean.
So, yeah, should we talk about what we did?
I mean...
Or no, I don't mean that. I just mean, like, we explored a new city.
What do you mean explore? Sometimes people get annoyed if if all of my content revolves around the same piece of content. No, I'm not mad at you. I'm saying they'll be like...
Wow, I guess I'm content.
They'll be like, Lizzie vlogged this, you vlogged it, and then you talked about what you did on both vlogs on the podcast. And I'm like, you have a point.
Well, anyways, I'm going to talk about it. So I was like, oh, where should we? So we decided to go to Laguna Beach, which I have been there before. If you guys don't know, Laguna Beach was a hit show back in the early 2000s on MTV, where a group of annoying, spoiled white teenagers lived in a beachy area, and they would just go, Steven, Steven.
They all
Lauren,
were fighting over Steve.
Kristen. And it was just a lot. I actually didn't watch it, but Jared watched every fucking episode to a point where, like, it was interesting because he's not the type that you would think would watch shit like that, and he watched shit like that.
Well, he was probably the exact same age as them, I would assume.
But he's still, like, he will still be like, oh, are you watching? And he'll bring up, like, some TLC reality show about a bunch of women living together. I'm like, I haven't seen that one yet, girl.
I watched The Hills, which was the spinoff because they all lived in Hollywood, which is where I so badly wanted to move.
Yes. But it was fun to, like, go to Laguna Beach, even though I used to live I grew up in Long Beach, but we didn't go there because it was just not the vibe. But I kind of thought the vibe was interesting.
The vibe was great.
Yeah, I loved it. It wasn't, like, as annoying and snooty. People there were really nice. Like, I don't know, it was fun. People were just walking around, having fun.
It was a chill, relaxed beach town, which I really liked, and the beach was beautiful. I felt like it was very close to when we go to Cabo, which is just like a relaxed, enjoyable, refreshing moment. And I thought, am I uprooting my entire family's life and moving us to the OC? Listen, the part I liked about it was that everything's walkable. So, like, if you lived in one of those neighborhoods, you could walk to your stores, you could walk to your restaurants, you could walk to the
crazy.
beach. No,
That's
are you
not
kidding
true.
me? Yes, it is.
Everything?
I mean, a lot of things were walkable. If you live right in downtown Laguna Beach, you can walk 4 blocks to the beach. You can walk 4 blocks to your favorite restaurant, you know?
Yeah, that is so we live in the middle of nowhere, like literally nowhere. Like there's houses by us, but very spread out. Like we don't live within like, to get to a grocery store, to get to anything takes like 15 minutes, 20 if there's traffic.
And listen, there's perks. You can't see your neighbors, which is nice. Listen, I'm just saying, people move out here because, like, I'm friendly with all of our neighbors. I know them because I walk my dogs, but it's not like on our property you can see other people.
Sorry, oh my God. Back to the burp.
And so, like, yes, if we were to move somewhere that was more densely populated, you get a lot and you give a lot. Like, you give away the private properties.
I fear that we're being boring right now.
Yeah, me too.
So let's switch it up. Let's talk about our most recent fight.
What?
Well, let me think. We had a big... Oh, we can't talk about that. Never mind. We had a big fight recently, but we can't talk about it. I mean, we could. We're not going to.
No, it had to do with, like, parenting
gonna
styles.
We're not going to say.
Okay. I'm not going to cut that out then.
Leave it in. Listen, you don't have to air all your dirty laundry.
No, we're not airing it. I'm just saying there's going to be points in the road in which you, like, have to discuss how you want to do things when you're running a family.
And he runs it. Let me tell you. Let me think. What was another fight? Well, I do. Oh, what I was getting at is I feel like we need to have more date nights again. Like, maybe even not once a week because that's a lot, but like once every other week. Like, I feel like we don't do that anymore where we like,
well, it's hard.
Have someone come watch the monitors, go out for a couple hours, you know, go to a restaurant, do something. Like, remember that we're in a relationship and that we're not just, you know, you're running the family and I'm scared.
Oh, please. Don't try to paint it like that. Oh, my gosh. But, no, it is hard because you can't expect one person to do, like, twins' nighttime routine. That's, like, you just can't. So it's like we have to stay to do bath and bedtime and all of that, so we can't leave until after they're in bed, and then it's expecting somebody to stay later. I know, it's just we haven't found like a nighttime babysitter, so it's harder to just like go out on a date.
Yeah, but yeah, I feel like we need to, you know, go to a movie, do something. But yeah, what else? What's life been?
Well, did you do a Q&A thing on your Instagram?
No.
Oh, I thought I saw you take a picture and ask questions.
Oh, I was doing my thing where I overthink everything when it comes to thumbnails and titles. So I was asking people on my podcast Instagram, do you like this title more? What about this one? Every time like, YouTube is so different now. I used to know exactly, like, I'd get a gut feeling and I'd be like, that's the thumbnail, that's the title. But now with YouTube, I never know what works. Because people aren't just like on YouTube anymore. They're on other apps. You have to get them to come to YouTube.
You have to say, like, please go to YouTube right now.
Yeah, and it's hard. So, like, I don't know, whatever. But I'm excited. I like the podcast that I posted today. When is this going up?
Wednesday, Thursday, depending on what this is. Is this the after?
So I'm excited. I liked it.
Period. If you ask me, nothing stinks more than a dirty diaper, except maybe some people's body odor, and that's why I'm so excited to tell you about Lumi Whole Body Deodorant. Unlike certain other deodorants, Lumi is powered by mandelic acid to control odor in a new way. Lumi delivers outrageous 72-hour control everywhere from your pits to your feet, and yes, even your privates. In fact, it was actually patients' concerns about their private part odor that initially inspired the OBGYN who invented Lumi. Fast forward 6 years, and her game-changing whole body deodorant has now earned over 300,000 5-star reviews from people like me who love feeling confident from head to toe. Right now, new customers can get 15% off all Lumi products with our exclusive code and link. Use code SIP at lumideodorant.com. Not only is Lumi effective, but I'm obsessed with their variety of scents. They have clean tangerine, lavender sage, toasted coconut, and they just came out with a brand new scent, Vanilla Bliss. It's a cozy mix of vanilla bean and sandwood, sweet but not too sweet, and even though it just came out, it's apparently on its way to already being one of their most popular scents. I like that I can feel good about putting this on my body because all products are baking soda free, paraben free, and pH balanced for safe use below the belt, so I can feel good about what I'm putting on my body, but also still smell good. Lumi Starter Pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, and 2 free products of your choice, like mini body wash or deodorant wipes, which I'm obsessed with. All that plus free shipping. And as a special offer for our listeners, new customers get 15% off all Lumi products with our exclusive code. And if you combine the 15% off with the already discounted starter pack, that equals over 40% off their starter pack. So use code SIP for 15% off your first purchase at lumideodorant.com. That's code SIP at LUMEDEODORANT.com. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Smell fresher, stay drier, and boost your confidence from head to toe with Lumi.
Guys, I have some thoughts.
What?
I'm just trying to figure out like what is our goal for this year? What is your guys' goal for this year? The year is moving fast. It's already April? Almost April? Almost April.
Wow,
Fools.
that's crazy.
I know. What are we gonna do for April Fools? Well, we can't give it away. Oh, I have an idea. What if wait, this is funny. What if for April Fools, me and Spencer dress up as you and Lizze and post a sip? And we act like you. Well, no, we can't do it. We just said it. But wouldn't that be funny?
That would be everything.
And who would be Chris?
Chris could still be Chris.
Okay, yeah, that would be funny.
That's really good. That's really
Oh my
good.
god, Spencer as Lizzie is really funny. Yeah, I always have ideas for April Fool's Day things, but I think of them too late. Like, I will literally think of it on April Fool's Day. I'm like, oh my god, what if I did? And then I'm like, this is too fucking funny.
Also, does anyone actually like April Fool's things?
Well, I was like, oh, maybe this was last year. I was like, oh, for April Fool's, I should just post like one of my like yellow background eating videos and like recreate my kitchen set and like wear that ugly blue. Oh my god, that blue shirt that I used to wear in every video, that was a medieval time shirt. Is that crazy?
Really?
If I just wore my blue medieval time shirt and I was like, yeah, hey, what's up, you guys? Yes, and I like literally do it and just not say anything about how it's weird that I haven't done one in 10 years. Maybe I'll do that. Watch it do well and people are like, this is what we want. And I'm like, oh fuck. I don't know. Or nobody watches it and they're all like, this is sad. And I'm like, it's April Fool's. And they're like, is it?
Well, then you just delete. I say you do it. These are all really good ideas.
I'm bored though. That sounds like a lot of work. No, actually, it sounds like the opposite of a lot of work. It sounds depressing. Do you guys want to see that? Leave me a thumb up in a comment below if you want me to do that.
What would the concept be?
Of what?
The food concept.
Oh, I don't know. Tasty crazy donuts or something. Something stupid. I just choked on my own ideas. Oh, Wendy. Are you guys going to start having guests on the SIP? You should.
It's so... Well, now it gets confusing because we started the after sip, so then it's like, okay, I don't know. It's very confusing. And I don't...
I have Patreon ideas.
Okay. I was just going to talk about guests for a second, though.
Oh,
because
you do that.
Because I don't
Being on my knees on this rock is like killing me.
I don't really trust widening our circle. Not that like somebody coming.
Oh, hold on. Idea.
Not that like somebody coming on the podcast.
This is so much better.
The lighting's better too. Not that it means they're like immediately becoming like in our circle, but I trust less.
Here's the thing about having guests on a podcast. It's
exhausting. It is.
I was not going to say that. It's fun, but it feels like awkward, and because you don't want it to feel
like you're exploiting them,
like a business transaction, right? So like you invite people over. So here's what I do. Here's my process. We don't have too many guests on my podcast, and when we do, it's usually
like special interests or people we enjoy.
It's like a friend or like Benjamin, our favorite postmate. So when we do that, we have people come over for an hour beforehand and we all eat together and like have lunch and have fun and get to know each other and stuff. Then we start filming the podcast. But my podcast takes like 4 hours.
4 if we're lucky. 2.
We film
3, 4,
a lot.
5, 6.
Like me and Spencer plan we plan too much. Like we plan a lot of segments because sometimes they don't work, and we want that we want the hour and a half to be really good. So like we shoot for 4 hours and cut it down to an hour and a half. So we have all this extra stuff, which I kind of played around with the idea of doing a Patreon like 2 years ago, like, or a membership, like, oh, we'll post the extended, and then I just never did because I'm like, I don't know, whatever, maybe one day. But so yeah, we have a lot of extra footage, and we filmed for like 4 hours, and then we have to start, taking everything down, the lights, the cameras and stuff. It's our living room. So while that's happening, I'm kind of like hanging out with the guest afterward, and like, you don't want to like tell them like, okay, bye, because that's awkward. And I still want to hang out with them, but they're exhausted. Everybody's exhausted. It's like a kind of an awkward, and then it's like, okay, we got to get a thumbnail, so then we take pictures with them, and then it's like, okay, bye.
My
it's
thing
just
is
awkward.
for like, if I were trying to book like celebrity guests for our podcast, I wouldn't know them. So then it's like an awkward first date. And then if you want the juicy information, it almost feels like you're squeezing something out of them, which I would want the vibe to be fun, not like, let me get this so I can put it in the title and the thumbnail, and then make sure you leave our house right away. But like, now we know each other even though we don't. It's
Here's
just like
an ideal situation for having podcast guests would be like, they come in, we film, and then we go to dinner. Like maybe we switch it so that we can hang out with them after. Because I like to hang out with the guest. I don't want it to ever feel like a transaction. Because for me, back in like 2014, I filmed like a bunch of collab videos, like, smelling crazy perfumes, like with this person. And I did that because I had to go shoot a movie. So I stockpiled 300 videos before I left.
that is crazy.
Because I wanted enough videos to get me through. I did 5 videos a week. So I needed enough to get me through 7 months or something. So I like filmed all these videos, and it felt like a whorehouse. Like is that offensive? That's what it's called, right? Or a bunny ranch. It felt like it would be like, okay, this YouTuber's here. We film my video, their video, and then another YouTuber's like, knock, knock. And I'm like, okay, bye, Ricky Dillon. Like, here comes, Trevi. Like, it was just like this weird rotation, and it is what it is. Like, everybody was fine with it, but it definitely felt like icky after doing 200-300 of those. I'm like, I never want to feel like that again. I don't want people to feel like that.
I also don't want to become a podcast that, like, the viewership is dependent on a guest. I'd rather you, like, hanging out with us every week rather than, like, oh, I like this guest, so I'll click this week and not next week. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. There's a deadbeat floating. Oh, that's so sad. Oh.
It's also, Mm-hmm.
Anyways,
you were bringing up something before I said, well, I want to talk about guests more.
Oh, our goals for the year.
Oh.
Guys, the year's going very fast. What is your 2025 goal for this year? Let us know in the comments. My goal, God, the year's going so fast. I don't know. My goal was to make my movie, and I just had a meeting about that, and we're getting back on track with that, but like, the year's going to be over.
I still think you could. As long as some key things happen.
Key things being somebody gives me money to make a movie, which,
you've come up with a couple options. Ooh, if one of them works, it's fine, it's dead. It's not gonna, a dead bee can't sting you. Or
Can you throw it out? I feel so bad for it, but can you throw it out?
It's dead.
I know.
Unless it's not, and then it stings me because it's alive. Okay.
So yeah. Oh, we're switching sides. Here's, not that you guys probably don't care about this, but basically what we did. Is my hair insane? Yeah. Oh well. Right now we're repackaging the movie to take it out to try to sell it again. We took a break. My producers, they had I don't know if I should say that. They had a family thing. They needed a few months. So now we're going back out and repackaging it to try to... Basically, we're not going to be dependent on like having a big movie star attached to it, which is what we were trying to do originally. Because what I've learned through that experience is a lot. And people, you can send an offer to a movie star, and like a good offer, and like, here's a good amount of money to be in this movie, and they will just like take 3 months, and then after the 3 months is over, they'll be like, we're so sorry, they really like it, but it's a pass. And I'm like, okay, I wish you could have told me about that 3 months ago. So waiting around for that's not working. So we're gonna repackage it. There's a chance it might be me acting in it to help get some funding.
I think that'd be incredible. You're about to be the right age of the character. You know the story. You wrote the story.
I know. I just don't want people to be like, ew, he's acting in his own movie. I mean, I already did that before, but I don't want people to be like, he thinks he's an actor. Like, I enjoy acting, but I'm not like trying to.
Who cares? Everyone thinks they're an actor. I mean, look at all the people that aren't actors that act. Period.
Wait, what?
I mean, there's just a lot of people that have different professions than acting that start acting. Like,
right.
I'm not saying it's easy, but I mean, you can act.
I don't know. I'm not stressing out about it, though. I was really stressed about it for the last couple years. And now, especially after having kids, I'm just like, you know what? Timing's everything. It is what it is. The movie's going to be what it's going to be, when it's going to be. And I'm not going to, like, wake up every day stressed out, yelling at people like, where's this? When are we going to do this? How come we haven't pitched it to this? And blah, blah, blah,
well, that's the other thing is Shane's very efficient. Like, in his own world, in his own creations on YouTube, you're efficient. If you have a task, you do a task. In this movie land,
some would call it OCD.
In this movie land where you're collaborating with a production company, a casting agency, talent agents, managers, it's like you're playing a never-ending game of telephone and you're relying on each person that's on your telephone line to execute. And sometimes each person takes multiple days to get to the next person. And then it's like, it could be a week before you even get one thought all the way to the end and back. I don't know how people get things made.
Yeah. So that's my update. What else?
My goal.
Oh yeah, what's your goal?
I don't know that I have one this year. I'm having a good time. You know, I am having a good time. I'm trying to decide what it is.
I didn't mean to look negative. I was just thinking, today, the first half of the day was not a good time. So I'm thinking...
Okay, that wasn't because of me. I had a 30-minute period. What are you talking about?
Period! He did have a period. Period.
Girl, it was 30 minutes.
Well, no, you said you had a 30-minute period.
I know, but I'm
like
saying your whole day wasn't ruined
like
because
you're on your period.
I understand.
Do you see the joke? It was funny.
I get it, but I'm just saying you keep acting like I'm being a monster. There was a 30-minute period of time where I was brainstorming and annoyed that I hadn't like gotten anything accomplished.
Yeah, when he gets like in a mood, it's crazy. Like, he really doesn't want, or I don't know if you want advice, because I'll give him advice and he just won't listen and he'll get more angry.
Well, I have solutions.
But
I just didn't want to sit and talk about it right then and there. I wanted to I kept asking him, after you post your video, are we going to go out in the world or should I go work out? And he wouldn't give me, he was like, well, let's go somewhere. But then like 30 minutes would pass and I was still sitting there. And then I just was like, oh, now I've wasted an hour and I could have been done working out and then we could have been out. It was more like that than anything else.
Right. But what I will say is, when I do give him advice and he doesn't listen to me, maybe like 2 days later, he'll take the advice and he'll act like it was his own idea.
No, I do not do that. Are you kidding me?
I'm like...
Do not try to paint me as that kind of girl. Do not try to paint me as that kind of girl.
Gah.
When have I ever not given you credit for one of your ideas?
Every time.
You are kidding me.
And then I say it. I'm like, that was my idea. And then you go, period. No. Literally. Like, girl, anytime we...
Why are you painting me to be the worst right now? Acting like my way goes in everything with this family.
You're the best.
Girl.
What?
Girl.
Yes.
You keep painting me as the worst.
No, you're the best.
Today's podcast is sponsored by HelloFresh, and with HelloFresh, you get farm-fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. You skip those daunting trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit. With HelloFresh, it's easy to find time to eat well with 50 wholesome, hassle-free meals to choose from each and every week, and the best part, it's delivered right to you. I'm currently obsessed with HelloFresh's new ready-made meals that go from the fridge to your fork in just 3 3 minutes. Plus, it's the same high-quality ingredients and restaurant-worthy flavor you'd expect from HelloFresh, just with none of the work. Save more valuable time with fewer trips to the grocery store thanks to the HelloFresh Market. There's over 100 add-on items you can add to your weekly box, like quick breakfasts, packable snacks, beverages, and more. I love that HelloFresh is taking our schedules into consideration. Whether you're running a business, whether you're a stay-at-home mom, you can eat well efficiently with HelloFresh. I'm constantly going to my fridge and pulling out one of their ready-made meals. I heat it up, it's delicious, and I can continue getting what I need to get done. So get up to 10 free meals and a free high-protein item for life at hellofresh.com/thesip10fm. One item per box with active subscription. Free meals applied as discount on first box. New subscribers only. Varies by plan. That's up to 10 free HelloFresh meals. Just go to hellofresh.com/thesip10fm. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. You sign up for something and then forget about it after the trial period ends. Then you're charged month after month after month. The subscriptions are there, but you might not be using them. In fact, I learned that 85% of people have at least one paid subscription going unused every month. Thanks to Rocket Money, I can see all of my subscriptions in one place and cancel the ones that I'm not using anymore with just a couple of taps, and now I'm saving more money. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps you find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps you lower your bills so that you can grow your savings. I personally love Rocket Money's dashboard because I have all of my accounts linked and I have a clear view of all of my expenses across all accounts. I see everything that's coming in versus everything that's going out, and when I can see it all clearly right there in front of me, I'm aware, so I spend less. Rocket Money helps you easily create a budget with custom categories to help you keep your spending on track, and you also get alerts if a bill increases in price, if there's unusual spending activity, or if you're close to going over budget. They have a new goals feature that automatically saves money for you so you don't have to think about it. You can pay off credit card debt, put away money for a house, or just build your savings. Rocket Money makes it all so easy. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all of the app's premium features. So cancel your unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/sip today. That's rocketmoney.com/sip, rocketmoney.com/sip.
Oh my god. Oh, I saw this comment. Where was it? It was like a reel about a dog or something. Like a dog dying. I don't know. It was really sad. If somebody's dog died. And then there was a caption and it said, dog gets to heaven. Dog. Like, you know how it says like dialogue?
Mm-hmm.
Like dog. It said, dog. Was I a good boy? God. No. You were the best. Mm. Oh. Anyways, I just felt like sharing that. It was so sweet. I wish animals could live forever. That is so sad.
Our dogs are dying to get in the pool.
Oh, I did not know where that sentence is going. That was crazy. Oh my god. Because I was thinking how old Uno's getting, and then you said our dogs are dying.
We could have never had done this with them in the backyard before this pool fence. That's the only one positive thing. I'm still letting them.
That's the only positive thing about the pool fence. Well, how about it's saving our children's lives?
I mean, that's the obvious.
Max literally walked over to the pool fence and started trying to figure out how to open it. And I was like, whoa.
He kept sticking his hand, like he can get his little hand through some portions.
It's moving fast. Like, they went from being like, just two, people that just laid on a pillow and stared at us to literally manipulating. Like, the other day, it was crazy. So they were eating, and Jet was doing this thing where he was like taking his food and giving to the dogs, and we're Jet, stop, and then he went right. He went like this, and then say Jet, stop.
Jet, stop. Jet, stop it. Jetson.
It was crazy. It was literally like, they're people now. Like, they are fully. I mean, they're literally not. They are people, but they're not fully developed people. They're literally 50 months. But it was like watching a comedy sketch. I was like, oh my God, he has timing. He got jokes. He's like doing faces. He's doing a bit. Like, it's so funny. And it's so hard not to laugh, because if you laugh, then he knows that it's funny and he's going to do it again. Reaction. So then we have to be like, no.
And then if he continues, I just have to take the tray away, because I can't, it's even like a no, he's getting a reaction or a response, and that's what he wants from it.
I know.
And
Today he kept trying to, Max kept trying to open up every cabinet in the kitchen, and we have like little child lock things, but then sometimes we don't.
I ran out halfway through, so I ordered more. I just haven't installed the rest.
Okay, so sometimes we don't, and then he'll like figure one out. And then so today he kept opening the same one, and I finally was just like, Max, no. And then he just like looked at me, and I just was like, I love you, and I gave him a hug, and I was like, I just ruined it. I just ruined, and he knows I ruined it, and now he's gonna do it again. It's hard. It's hard because you don't want to be scary and you don't want them to be afraid of you, but also they kind of need to be afraid of you sometimes, or else they're going to take advantage of you because they are manipulative.
They are.
It's crazy.
It is that way.
The other day, we were literally like, they're evil, but we love it.
Sometimes
but they're kind of evil.
Yeah, because they're figuring out how to push their limits. They know what is not allowed, and they try it all day, every day anyway. And you're
so
just
funny.
Constantly, no.
Anyways, I know this is what you guys wanted us talking about. Our children while floating in a pool with a shirt on, but that's what you're getting.
We're going to be water park girls this summer.
Oh my God. Okay, so I'm planning a video that we're shooting in 2 weeks, a week and a half. I don't know. Your family's coming back. We're shooting a Six Flags conspiracy. Although, well, there's not really that many conspiracies about Six Flags. I just want an excuse to go to a theme park, and we're gonna I'm really excited about it. So we're shooting that, and then I was like, oh my God, for a summer video, a water park. I haven't been to a water park since I was maybe 6. I don't remember it. The only thing I remember is getting so sunburnt that me and my brothers were laying down on our stomachs while my mom was covering our backs in aloe vera, and we were just screaming. That's all I remember.
I love a water park. It might be my favorite kind of park.
Really? I'm kind of like, okay, because I've always been nervous about it, and I'm like, well, it's because I don't want to take my shirt off, which I'm still not going to, but I'm like, but now that I'm less nervous about that, because everybody wears shirts.
Well, shirts are chic now.
Are they?
Well, you're
chic?
you're saving yourself and your skin.
Right.
Yeah, it's protection.
That was my excuse when I was like 13 with breasts. I was like, and I'd go swimming in a shirt, and I'd be like, it's because I sunburn easy, and all my skinny friends would be like, yeah, right. But I do sunburn easy. Shout out to all my sensitive skin mamas.
Your light-skinned mamas. He's a redhead.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, but now I'm like, am I excited? Because we've been watching water park videos, and they're pretty intense and kind of gross. Like, people will go on these water slides, these crazy water slides, and then all the water will go in their face and their nose and their mouth, and then they get to the bottom and they like go and blow it all out right into the pool.
Don't even get me started on the feet of it all. Like people with feet warts, just spreading
First
them
of
all
all,
over the place.
Some of us can't help it. Some of us
You have a
step.
foot wart?
Well, I have a couple little lumpies and bumpies on my feet from all my walking. I need to get a pedicure if we're going to go to a water park. I've never done that in my life.
I would love to go to get a pedicure.
But do you guys want a pedicure on the after sip?
Yeah.
The Patreon?
Maybe we should do that tomorrow. Go get pedicures. You, Spencer, and I.
That's a lot. Hey,
I have
Spencer,
some issues going on back
do you
there,
mind
too.
going to get a pedicure? with
Every
us?
man likes a pedicure, and if
That
they
is
don't,
not
they just
true.
haven't gotten one.
I haven't gotten one.
So that's why you don't
I don't
like
like
it.
the idea of somebody, first of all, touching my feet because I'm ticklish, but also I don't like the feeling of filing a nail down. I don't like the sound of nail things. I mean, I like the sounds of like, I can't do it, but I like that, but I don't like the sounds of like,
Well, there's a lot of, like, there's a tub of water at the bottom. It's not, I don't know, it's not as bad as you're thinking it is.
tub of water.
Well, yeah, your feet sit in warm water, and then they, like, yeah, you're going to be fine. We're going to have a great time. Let's just go get a pedicure, because every time Lizzie and I try to plan one, she ends up going and doing it all without me.
Right.
Okay.
Sorry, I just started thinking I should probably, I'm just thinking about the thumbnail for this. Like, is this going to be the sip?
I don't know
then
that
what's
this will be the sip.
That's crazy. Really? Then why am I doing this? For the Patreon I don't get a part of? I don't get a cut of?
Girl, you could have a cut of the Patreon.
No, I would never.
Then the bit's not good.
What bit?
You've been saying on every platform, the Patreon you don't get a cut of. I'll give you a cut of the stupid Patreon.
I don't want a cut.
Okay. Well, if I get big rich, I'll buy us a house.
You guys will buy us that.
I'd have to get, like, everyone who's ever watched our videos.
I love Patreon. Like, not just yours. I started following. Anytime now I see a YouTuber promote their Patreon, I just do it because I like to see what they're doing. I like to see. I don't know. It's fun to see people on Patreon because they're a lot more open.
Well, they're just showing you their actual surroundings. I feel like a vlog for YouTube is great. We love watching vlogs on YouTube, but I feel like you get to see more angles of people's houses. Like, I'm nosy. Even when I was dating, it doesn't matter, like the apartment, the house, the anything. I like to see it all. Like, if I am familiar with a person or interested in a person, I'm nosy. I just want it all. And so that's what I like about Patreon is you just get things that you wouldn't get elsewhere.
Right.
So
I zoned out. I'm sorry.
Gosh, it was boring.
No, it wasn't boring.
Okay.
It wasn't boring. It really wasn't.
I thought you would ask.
Why did I zone out? I must have started thinking about something.
What? What are you
Your
thinking
voice is so
about?
hypnotic.
Oh, thanks.
It really is.
Okay, let's see. Oh, I'm toxically into this version of you. Oh, Lizzie's reacting to me in tattoos. Jay thinks that Billy isn't sick. Oh.
Wait.
I also think Billy isn't sick. But whatever.
Well, it's too late because we're doing the float right now. So sorry, Lizzie. You missed it.
Let me tell her. Oh, oops. That's the wrong way. Well, too late. The float's going down.
Also...
Oh, how come the lighting's good on the phone? Is it going to be good on the camera then? Are we just... Maybe it's good. Who knows?
Maybe it's you.
What?
Maybe it's us.
Maybe it's everything.
Maybe it is.
Oh no,
What?
we're at 0 minutes. I gotta delete some old footage if we're gonna keep going.
The Great Rewards Hunt is on, so join the adventure with DraftKings Casino. For fun seekers, follow the trail to huge jackpots, weekly bonuses, and exclusive games. But the excitement is only getting started because new players can get 500 casino spins on a featured game. Just sign up with code SIP and wager a minimum of $5 to receive 500 casino spins on a featured game. Only on the most rewarding place to play, DraftKings Casino. The crown is yours. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Connecticut, help is available. For gambling problem, call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly, 21 plus, physically present in Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only, void in Connecticut and Ontario. Eligibility restrictions apply, new customers only, non-withdrawable casino spins valid for featured game only and expire in 168 hours. See terms at casino.draftkings.com/promos. Ends 4/27/25 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time.
Okay. What?
You're grabbing my butt.
I'm not... First of all, that's your leg.
No, you were down right here.
Well,
grabbing
sometimes
my
it's funny. Sometimes it's funny. You guys know. It's funny to poke your partner's butt and then they go, stop!
Well, no, my butthole when I walk up the stairs, sticking it all the way in.
It's
I'm
so
like,
funny. Well, you like protrude your butt. Like you walk upstairs and
Ew,
you're
no,
like
I don't.
protruding your butthole and it's just, okay. Sorry that I was zoning out. But I remembered what I was thinking about.
Okay, well,
I was thinking about what the thumbnail for this is going to be.
what is it?
Well, we got to figure it out. We got to plan it. You guys can be a part of that.
Do we have to eat anything?
No.
Oh,
What?
no.
People don't want to see us eating in a pool. That's gross. I mean, we could Postmate something right now, but... Oh, you know what's so good, though? Okay, tell me if this hits different. Nobody cares about a Quest bar.
Well, this is what you brought to eat in the pool.
Okay, tell me if this hits different on summertime. It's not summer.
During summertime.
You're swimming. You swim up to the ledge. You grab like a bologna sandwich and some barbecue chips. And they get a little soggy. They get a little wet. You lick your fingers. You get that chlorine, but also that barbecue. Oh my God. Yeah. Oof. And then you take a dip. Put the goggles on. Look under the water.
I like a big Chipotle burrito for a pool day.
Should we get the GoPro and I should like show you like swim around the pool and like we could do some tricks?
Yeah.
Do we have a waterproof GoPro?
I'll water. Oh,
How's this?
fine. Are the GoPros waterproof, or do you just need the waterproof case?
You filmed with it before.
I know. I can't remember if I used to put it in a case or not. No, I think it's just
Aren't phones waterproof?
they say that. You want to test it out?
Test it out. But we don't have goggles.
Isn't that bold that they say they're waterproof? I know. I think they didn't survive our spring cleaning.
So yeah, the thumbnail. I'm thinking, as much as this is going to anger some people, I feel like I need to take my shirt off for the thumbnail because me in a shirt in a pool for a thumbnail is sad. But I don't want to show my body. So we might have to, and my shoulders are a little hairy right now because I haven't shaved them in a minute. So I feel like you need to like wrap your arms around me, but like just from here up. And it's like pool day. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys want to watch the journey of making that. Check it out on the Patreon. No, I'm kidding. Listen, this is how I think. I'm thinking about thumbnails while it's happening. I'm waiting to hear did a moment happen that could be a good title. So far, not really.
Oh no.
What? I think we just call it like a pool podcast.
The pool cast. A pool podcast was drastically better than the pool cast.
Well, the pool cast to me seems more like we're shooting pool and podcasting, which is specific.
And like
is that
this
a
isn't.
thing? I can see James Corden doing that. Like, hello, I'm here with the dad. We're shooting pool.
I could see Jared doing that.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
What else?
This is why I don't work on Sundays, because I'm not like prepared. Like on Mondays, I'm fired up.
Should we
I'm
start-
ready to go. I've thought about my stories for the week.
Can you imagine?
I'm ready to drag some people.
Okay, imagine if we just for the next 5 minutes just started like making just making out in the pool. We're not gonna do that, but wouldn't that be insane? And just like we didn't even say anything about it. We're just like, anyways, thanks guys for watching. And we just make out for like 5 minutes. And it just gets more and more intense.
We start having sex.
It just gets more and more weird. And we should have done that for April Fool's Day. We make it seem like we forgot to turn the camera off and we forgot to like watch the footage. And it's like that Honora scene where you're like spitting into your hand and you're just like, oh.
That ends in her crying.
And then, well, don't. Spoiler alert.
I mean, whatever. What even happened in that movie? You know what I'm saying?
A lot.
Yeah.
Okay, what else?
Well, see, this is why I normally go through my camera roll before I film the sip, but you kind of were just
through
like,
your camera roll.
let's film in the pool, and I was like, okay. Normally I like premeditate some stories. They're all things that actually happen, but at least I know a direction. Oh, it was our anniversary. That's why we went.
9 years.
That's why we went on our trip.
Guys, that's a 4th grader. 9 years. That's a fully developed 4th grade brain. That's like, you know your multiplications, your additions, you know your divisions, unless you're him. You heard that joke.
Yes, I did.
So yeah, we've been together for 9 years. Okay, so let's talk about what's like, okay, oh my gosh. So what was your favorite part of life before us?
Oh.
And what's your favorite part of life after us? Well, no,
Okay.
wait,
Well,
while we're with each other.
I had just seen they're casting like a Calabasas Housewives show, and I was telling Shane, should I apply? But I didn't. I took a screenshot of it.
Well, you're
Now-
a man.
Now, well, I don't think it has to be specific. It just says now casting Calabasas.
I mean, you could be on a reality show if you want. I don't know if I want to be on it.
I don't really like the idea of them having control over the edit, and I probably, probably not. But you know, I've been asking for an opportunity.
Your
to
toenails are
present
weird too.
What?
Why is it black?
It's probably just a little lint from my
Little bruise.
No, lint.
Because I have a bruise on my toenail.
This isn't a bruise. What are you talking about?
That looks like a bruise, sweetie.
No, that's lint from socks.
Anyways.
It will come right out. Okay, that's not what you guys wanted.
Okay, so what was your favorite part of life before us?
Before us?
Yeah.
I mean, I was a child before us. No, I'm just kidding. Nothing. I mean, I was never the type of girl that loved, like, quote unquote. Oh my gosh, you had this blocking our frame.
My favorite part of life was filming videos alone. I'm kidding.
Yeah,
that
right.
was not my favorite
You would
part of life.
beg me after I got home from work to film with you because you were so bored of filming alone. Because he would film all 5 videos in one day, and he'd be like, "Do you want to be in this last one?" And I'd be like, "Sure." Before, like, I wasn't the single kind of girl in a sense that, like, all of my friends on a Friday night would be like, "Let's go to the bars and the clubs," and I'd be like, "Oh, that sounds awful." I never really liked that much, so I don't know.
Okay. Interesting answer.
What did I like? What did I do before us?
Okay, not my favorite, but what I would do is, so like, I don't know what mental illness. Here's the thing. I've been in therapy every week for, 5 years now? Well, 6 years now. I've worked through a lot of things. And I don't know, there's like some things that I kind of fall in the category of. Like, I have some traits of, like the OCD and whatever. But there's one specific thing, and I don't know what it is, but like I will sometimes get into this like week-long thing where I just want to lay and not do anything and binge watch something and be really sad. And like, that's it. And I would do that every other month when I lived alone. I would literally just lay and not do anything for like a week. And then I'd be like rejuvenated afterward. I can't do it anymore. Because if I do that now, it's a problem.
I don't think that's because of me. I think that's because we have kids. I would also like to spend a whole day doing that. Well, I guess mine would be a week.
No, mine's a week.
Okay, I would like to do that for an entire day, but we don't have that luxury anymore.
No, and like you can't really do that when you're in a relationship because then the other person is just like, what's going on? And like they're like nervous for you. And
I don't know. I think before we had 5 animals and 2 kids, we would sit on the couch like all day Saturday and Sunday sometimes. Like we would just go from the pool to the couch.
You are misinterpreting like...
Okay, so this is depression, not relaxation.
Yeah, you're
You miss having depression spouts where you could do nothing? Okay.
No,
so you're welcome. You're welcome for making your life happier.
I miss being... Because now I will still have the same depressive like week, but I'll have to still work through it, which is a positive, I guess.
You're welcome.
But yeah, there is like that moment where I'm like, I wish I could literally just lay and watch an old season of some show for the next week and not do anything. And I can't.
Well, that's what I was saying. I think I said that on last week's episode. It's like, I will see a lot of people that are like, you seem so productive. And I'm like, well, yeah, that's because I have too many responsibilities.
Right.
Which if you reflect on it, it really does keep you in a happier state of mind because it forces you to go do things that you wouldn't do if you just wanted to be in a little depressed, what would you call that state?
I'd call it low-grade clinical depression. I've never been on antidepressants. I feel like it's always something I should play with, test out, give a little test drive to, beep, beep. Maybe one day. Yes. But I don't know. I feel like
you, I mean, if you are depressed,
it's one of those things where like
either hide it well or you function well. You're highly functioning.
Yes, highly functional. Because it's one of those things where like I never thought I had depression because I'm contradicting myself because I was going to say I've never not been able to get out of bed. But in those states where I just want to lay in bed for a week, if there was something that came up, I was able to get up, get ready, and go. Like, it's never kept me... Do you know what I mean? I feel like depression, from what I've heard from friends and people I know...
The commercials.
You cannot get out of bed. You cannot function. So, and I've always been able to. So, I don't know. That's why I've always been like, well, I don't need medication because I'm not... Anyways, I should save this conversation for my therapist. Anyways.
Right.
Imagine being him. You know what I mean? Never even having
I had 30 minutes today and you're holding it against me.
Oh my God. His version of depression is him just being like, I want to work out, but I also don't. Like, okay. And he doesn't have a therapist, so I
no, it's because... Oh, please. It's because I didn't get my ass up and go to the gym early this morning. Girl... I tried. I already did.
Try another one.
It wasn't a match, and I don't want to go I don't want to go on a mass hunt to find a therapist because then I feel like I have to like produce an hour-long thing every week. What if I don't have something pressing that I want to talk about? Then I'm forced to like what? Like create a podcast brief.
You just sit in silence and stare at them. They stare back at you.
I let it all out here.
Wow. You guys should be... He should be paying you guys...
Charging.
What else?
I got all my frustrations out right here.
Are we doing an Easter egg hunt?
I mean, they're not going to technically understand it. I mean, they could go around the room and pick up... I mean...
If we put a little treat inside of an egg, and they will know that there's a treat inside of an egg, and if we put little eggs around the house, they will find them.
Yeah, I guess. Yes, they will. We'll do that. I'm looking forward to like a couple years from now when I can do like the riddles where, I mean, even if we have to read them, like,
Oh, yeah.
oh, I hope you don't mind that I stopped and had to use your washer last night. You go to the washing machine. Then in the washing machine, there's an egg. Well, while I was waiting for the wash to be done, I got a little hungry, so I helped myself to a snack. I hope you don't mind that I checked out your fridge. Over to the fridge. And then it all leads to the big Easter basket at the end of the road.
Are you going to do that for me this year?
I did it for you a couple of times.
And then you never did it again.
Because you didn't really like it.
I love it.
I don't know if you really
What do
liked
you
it.
mean? I loved it. It was so fun.
Okay. I'll do it again. I just didn't know if you actually liked it. That's why I had to have kids.
I think it's fun. What else?
I gotta pee. What? I do.
We can have a conversation about peeing in the pool. It's always controversial.
I mean, go for it, I guess. And no, like, go for your take on it.
Oh. Go for it right now. You're like, I already am.
No,
Go
I'm
for
not.
it. Wait, should we try to film underwater? Are we going to use your phone?
No, I'm not gonna pull out my. Where's the GoPros? Ooh, it's gonna be so cold if we get out.
I know. Then I guess you guys don't get it. Sorry.
Rude.
Sorry.
Okay, seriously, I have to pee. I guess I could go pee and get the GoPro.
You could, and then I guess what are we going to talk about? Well, I'm probably not going to dip my head underwater. Because I don't have goggles. So then what's the point?
Right.
And I don't have my earplugs.
Right.
Oh, my
We've
ear-
got to stock up for the summer. All right. Well, this has been fun, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the float. That was what you dubbed it.
I'm thinking
I don't know. What are we going to do? What's the take on peeing?
you are not peeing right next to... You're not peeing while there's a camera rolling. That's aggressive.
That is intimate.
That's weird.
That
I
is
don't want to see your pee face. I already have to see it in real life. I don't want to see
No,
it
you don't.
in a video.
You're the one that's always walking in on me going to the bathroom.
Well, because I like talking. I would never walk in on you while you were doing something else, but like if you're peeing...
What else would I be doing? Oh, peeing?
What else would I... Really?
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be there for that. You know, but you know what's weird? When I go...
I fart underwater. Can they hear it?
That was insane. That was insane. That was the craziest thing you've ever done. And it stinks.
I'm embarrassed. So
was
I had to walk away
crazy.
because I'm embarrassed.
That was crazy. Whoa. That was very intimate. The fact that you gave that away for free, not on Patreon, you're welcome, you guys. Oh, it stinks. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. I had to.
Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed floating with us. It was enjoyable until that.
Well, you guys, we'll see you next week. I hope you had a good time. Make sure you follow Shane. I'll list his links in the description section below. We love you very much. We'll see you next week. Goodbye. And that's the sip.
Bye, guys.
Toodaloo.
Hold on, you gotta cover my shoulders. Because I don't feel like face tuning out the hair. This cannot be the thumb. This is
Okay,
gross.
we had good ones.
Okay.
We had good ones.